the advanced ed team. And I've been there for some time. I went to so many schools in the kingdom, outside the kingdom, even to the UK with accreditation, different accreditation bodies. Most of the things that we have acquired over the years, we would like to put right now in Atak Educational Company. And I hope that you will all benefit from the things that we have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Muhammad. Mrs. Nada Nuruddin. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Can you introduce yourself?
Excuse me, I'm not hearing you.
All physics coordinator at Rubric International School.
Thank you. Mr. Ahmed Atiyah.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Okay, this is Ahmed Atiyah. I am the HOD at Rubric International School. I have been working in the field of teaching for approximately 30 years. I have been working here in the kingdom since 2006 in the biggest international schools here. So it's a pleasure just to be you in this committee.
Thanks a lot.
Most welcome.
Madam Hiba Zakaria.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hello, everybody. It's so nice to have you. I see some people from Al-Uruba School. I am Mrs. Hiba Zakaria, English teacher of upper grades 11 and 12. And by the way, I'm teaching English and world history. And for sure, we are practicing for SAT and GAT. I have been working as English teacher for 13 years between Egypt and Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, I have been teaching English for 6 years till now. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, Mr. Ammar Hilal.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. I'm Ammar Hilal, an English teacher at Rubric International School. It's my third year with the school.
Okay.
Nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Mr. Maher.
Yes, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to introduce myself?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, okay. It's Miss Maher. Okay, I have just recently joined actually in the month of September. I've got around 20 years of experience teaching in the university and
91.
International
91 full.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
And I'm teaching right now science, basically physics and chemistry to the higher grades from grade 9 to 12. Thank you.
Thanks. Mr. Khan. Mr. Khan.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I'm Mr. Walai. I'm from Middle East International School. I'm a science coordinator and I have been teaching since 15 years. And I go through all the accreditation process when I was academic manager at Nurul Marif International School. So it's pretty honor for me to be a part of this respected committee. And I really hope that inshallah we will benefit from it. And inshallah, thank you so much for it.
Thanks. Mr. Mohsen.
Morning.
Morning.
I'm Mr. Mohsen from Middle East International School. I've been teaching for 27 years in Middle East. I've been working since 2010. I attended, according to accreditation, two accreditation with Middle East from advanced. The first one, I wasn't a member. The second one, I was a member in leadership and governance standard.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Mrs. Dalia.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Hello, my name is Engineer Dalia Al-Maligi. I'm responsible for the ICT department in the girls section in Al-Aruba School. I'm also responsible for the marks and certificates, boys, girls. And this is, I engaged before in the previous accreditation, and this one, inshallah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Galal.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Muhammad Rasool. I'm a teacher and HOD of Social Studies Department here in Aruba. This will be my second time to participate in such a study.
Okay, welcome, Mr. Muhammad. Madam Iman Gamal.
Good morning, Mr. Muhammad. Good morning, everybody. I'm Iman Gamal Mahmoud. I'm physics teacher and HOD of physics department at Al Aruba International School. I've been working for 9 years. This is the second time in a system of accreditation in this study. The first one I was already the one with data analysis, and the second one I'm supposed to be already one of resource capacity domain. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. So I already share my screen, Dr. Muhammad Rasool. We can exchange our experience. Each one will talk about what he or she did with team members during this period, and also what about the plan. So we can talk about our plan, talk about our activities, our practice, and so on. Okay?
Mr. Muhammad, excuse me for the interruption at the beginning. I created, because I will leave the meeting very soon, I created WhatsApp group for your committee. Welcome everybody first. Hello. I created the WhatsApp committee so that you can share any ideas and instructions among yourselves, Dr. Rasool and Mr. Muhammad Farouk, and the three coordinators from the three complexes from East, Mr. Azza, now, Mr. Mohsen. From Middle East is Mr. Mohsen, from Rawad Ishbili is Mr. Atiyah, and from YS is Mr.
We have three on fit, Mr. Wael, Mr. Galal, Mrs. Dalia, and
Mr. Galal.
And Mrs. Iman. Three
coordinators?
Yes,
you
yes,
choose one, Mr. Galal. Okay, as you like. So all of them are there in the WhatsApp group for you. And of course, there is one drive for our workplace there, and I will add one folder for each domain for the corporate to finalize everything in that folder, so that the work for the committees or the internal committees and the different schools will go parallel with the corporate work. Everything will be done by the coordinators and the. Thank you very much, and enjoy your time, Mr. Muhammad and Dr. Rasool, and
thanks, Mr. Wael.
And yes, thank you very much. I hope everyone appear, if you can appear in camps or do the camps on, so that everybody knows themselves by faces as well. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thanks, Mr. Wael. Okay, Dr. Muhammad Rasool. So what's your opinion, Mr. Muhammad?
Okay, I think we should go ahead. I believe the first thing we should do is just go over the standards one by one, and see what kind of evidences we should provide, so that we cover them as soon as possible. We don't have the luxury of time, and things are quite because right now we are in January. So we got like 3-4 weeks maximum in order to finalize those standards. That's why we need to go ahead and start ASAP. All right.
Okay. Okay.
I like very much the worksheet. Sorry, I like very much the worksheet that you have done. The process. I mean, you put them. You put the I3 rubrics on a timetable, so we could start one by one and see where do we stand.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Thanks.
please.
Thanks, Doctor. So let me just explain our plan, and after we can exchange our experience. So we started from about 1 month, and we start with a meeting point and with agenda, and we start for example, readiness report recommendation, and also with work calendar, then task distribution, roadmap, and how can we submit our work. So Mr. Galette, can you start to talk about what we did in last month?
Okay, let me start by the readiness report recommendations. Of course, regarding domain 3, we have found almost 5 or 6 points. We need to take care of them. For example, let's have a look at this slide in front of us. The first step I'm gonna do, I will look to each indicator and I will try to identify the key points here. For example, here I can see process, monitoring, professional development. So it's clear. In this indicator, he's talking about the professional development. Okay, very fine. So I have 2 options here. Either I do have a professional development department or committee in my school or not. If I have a professional development committee, خلاص, it's fine. I'll start to collect my evidences. The evidences can be out of many kinds. You can simply say the announcement, the title of my workshop, it can be considered an evidence. The attendance list can be considered an evidence. So I will start to collect all of these evidences. So what do I have to do if I do not have a professional development committee in my school, for example? So there will be a need for an action plan. So if I have this professional development, خلاص, it's very fine. I will collect my data. If not, I have to make an action plan, and so on and so forth. All of the indicators, first of all, I have to look at the keywords, then the next task will be done. Yani out of my readiness report, I have here some issues in 3.1, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6. But keep in your mind that maybe some points will be for 3.4. Here is talking about the recruitment. Of course, the recruitment will go over there in the human resources department over there in the company. It's not here in my school. So these are the steps. First of all, I will try to identify the keywords. Then I will start to collect data. If I do not have one of my keywords here, I have to make an action plan. That's it for now. Then the next slide, please. After collecting the data, I have to say, for example, if this issue is found in my school or not. By using the I3 rubrics, I will try to evaluate the process. Either it's in the first step. Of course, the I3 is for initiate, improve, and impact. So I will try to say, where is my school here? It's in the first step, the second, or third. Do I have to improve it or not? And of course, the key point here, keep in your mind that a single data and a single piece of information can be used in various points. And for example, the professional development, if you're gonna have a look at standard 3, you're gonna notice that we can use the same data in a lot of points or a lot of indicators. So do you have any questions until now, or is it clear? And I think we have almost, we can say we have a month to finish the job. I think by February 14th, inshallah, all the process will be done.
Okay.
So do you have any questions, or it's clear to all of you?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Muhammad. Okay.
Well,
Now, Mrs. Dalia, Mrs. Iman.
Yes, Mr. Muhammad, it's me,
Okay.
Miss Iman. Okay. Like Mr. Muhammad said, suppose now we will move to the second step after collecting the evidence needed for each standard. They're supposed to move to the next step, which is related to how can we rate ourselves. In the previous, I think the last year, we already finished rating ourselves due to already school quality factors. But we should use, or we must use I3 rubrics. So Mr. Muhammad, the next step. Sorry, the next slide. Okay, so suppose we will move already totally from school quality factor, and we will use the I3 rubrics. So I3 rubrics, it's abbreviation, or I3 for 3 words: initiate, improve, impact. And mainly I3 rubrics consists of 5 stages, or it depends on 5 stages: engagement, implementation, results, sustainability, embeddedness. So for example, I will give you already example related for the data analysis. Suppose now all the schools now use the pioneers, so we have already database related to our results in school. So suppose now I have already results related, or I enter already all the results in the pioneer. So if I will rate myself as initiate, this is related to the first 2 stages, engagement and implementation. So I have results, I have data using already pioneers. This is the first point. Then if I will start to make some analysis like vertical or horizontal. Vertical, as you know, for the same vertical means that the same number of. Okay, so yeah, so again, we can make analysis longitudinal or horizontal for the same number of groups in different stages, or different groups in the same grade. So analysis, we make comparison, like for example, local test, the test we use it in school with the standardized test like map test, check, for example, the average, the standard deviation, to check already the weakness and the strength point, to check already the local test and standardized test, they are moving parallel, or we have some gap between already these 2 types of tests. So if we make already system for making data analysis, so we will rate ourselves in improve the 3rd and the 4th stage results and sustainability. If I found myself, we made already this myself as in impact region, which is related to embeddedness. So simply the stages I need in I3 rubric, and how can I rate myself. So next slide, Mr. Muhammad. Okay. You know that we will use already a group of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 means already يعني one يعني related نحن we have little points for few or no information. يعني we don't have already information. For example, we don't have a system for the results. For example, we will move to 2 if we have already from 0 to 20. From 25%. So more than 25% to 50%, and already 3 for more than 50, 51 to 75, and 4 for 75 to approximately 100%. So we will rate ourselves according to these numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. So again, simply I3 rubrics 5 stages which have impact. So initiate, if we are or in the first stage we have, for example, results like pioneers. If we make analysis for just only 1 year, whatever longitudinal or horizontal, whatever vertical or whatever the same group of students, whatever can boys or girls, or even for different stages, local test or standardized test. If we are just only make this one in 1 year, so we are in the second stage, improve, which are results and sustainability. While if it's culture, we usually make it for more than 3 years. We are in the last stage, which is impact or embeddedness. This is simply I3 rubrics and how can we rate ourselves. If you have any question, you can ask me. Or is it clear?
Okay, thanks, Mrs.
Okay, welcome.
Okay, now Mrs. Dalia.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Mrs. Ivan, for this professionally clarifying how to rate the standards. To complete this point, we have 4 scores, as Mrs. Iman told us, 1, 2, 3, up to 4. So to simplify is to sum up. The rating 1, it related to
Assalamu alaikum. Excuse me, Miss. I'm sorry, Mr. Muhammad, I missed for the interruption, but Mr. Muhammad Sharani wants to say something to you.
Okay, welcome,
now,
Mr.
Then we'll leave. Okay.
Welcome.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
صباح الخير الكل والجميع. حقيقة أعتذر على المقاطعة وعلى الإزعاج، ولكن حبيت أصبح عليكم وأشكركم على جهودكم الجبارة والواضحة، ودعواتي لكم بالتوفيق والسداد. Sorry to interrupt you, just to say good morning and God bless all of you.
Thanks, Mr. Muhammad. Good morning.
جزاكم الله خير، جزاكم الله خير. سلامي للجميع وشكرا لكم لجهودكم.
شكرا.
الله يحفظكم، الله يحفظكم.
Excusez-moi, Mrs. Dalia. Okay, continue.
Okay. Okay, let's complete. So to rate the standards, we supposed to ask ourselves 2 questions, or we can work in 2 branches. To put the rate 1, we supposed to ask ourselves how many evidence we can find in this standard. It's little or some or high, many or most. So we are talking about for rating 1, 2, 3, 4. If I find little data, I will put rate 1. If I find some data for this standard, I will put rate 2, and so on. And also in the other branch, we are asking ourselves about how much engagement the staff or all the members engaged in this. If are engaged, I will the 2 if engagement we complete the rate. Now we are talking about right, the evidence and everything.
Thank you, Ms. Dalia. I think you were lagging a little bit.
Yes, it wasn't clear.
Yeah. Mr. Muhammad, can you hear me?
Yes, doctor, I hear you.
Yeah, actually, we couldn't hear Ms. Dalia a lot. She was lagging a lot.
Yes, sure. So here we talk about, as you said, Dr. Muhammad, now, for example, we have 3.1. So we have to read carefully the statement of this standard and look here for each level. For example, for engagement, we have to find key concept. And here in right hand, we have to make as editing. It means that do you have or you don't have? So you have to write which evidence you have inside your school, and you start to write what you have as evidence. If you have full evidence for this level, so you can rate yourself 4/4. Is this clear?
Clear.
So this is our job that we did during 1 month, about 1 month, and we finished a lot of standards in domain 3. And also, if you click here, we make it as hyperlink. If you click here, you can open a folder that we create.
Okay, sorry for interrupting the sharing.
Okay, Mrs. Dalia, are you here? Mrs. Dalia?
Yeah, it's coming again.
Okay, can you continue? Just I explained that if you click the hyperlink that we create, okay, you can open in Google Drive all evidence that we collect related to this standard. If you look here, we talk about which standard, 3.1, and also related to 3.2 and 3.3. Okay, Mrs. Dalia, can you continue?
Yeah, but can we please go back to the previous slide to clarify something? This one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I will take as example.
Ms. Dalia, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Yeah, now it's already working.
Yes.
Because I have to, yeah, okay. So if I'm talking about the standard 3.1 as example to clarify how to submit our work, you will find that this standard talking about the workshops. So we are talking about the professional development workshop and the pre-agenda workshop. So I will ask myself here if it's engagement, implemented, or results, and all of these steps. So I will ask the first one. If you're going to the next step, please, to the next slide, to show you how to upload our work and from where, yeah. We upload the performance standard worksheet for schools on the Google Drive. If I click on this one, we can find the same standard for all domains. Of course, we will going to our domain, standard 3. So we can move into standard 3.1. And ask ourselves, if we are talking about the pre-agenda workshop, it's already, I can give 4 score as a rating for the implementation, because we are already have a lot of workshops in the beginning of the years, and it's not only engaged for the specific stuff, it will be for all the stuff. So I give here مثلا 4 for the engagement, and already it's implementation, it's implemented, and I give it also rate 4. We are working on these steps because the pre-agenda becoming a workshop, becoming a culture for our school, because all stuff, even in the vacation,
Ms. Dalia, we can't hear you. I'm sorry, you're lagging so much. Hello?
Not clear, not clear.
No. Now you can hear me?
I think, Ms. Dalia, you got an internet problem.
Yeah. Okay, now you can hear me clearly?
Yes, yes.
Okay. from about what workshop we are going to take. Because annually, so I can give the rating here for the embedded, Mr. Muhammad. Oh, I can mute this one.
Sorry, there are too many sounds. Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay, Mrs. Dalia. Okay.
This sound is clear now?
Yes, clear now. Okay, Mrs. Dalia, we talk about which step now. After that, we create a folder in Google Drive to collect the evidence related to each standard. Which step after?
Yeah, after that, we upload the evidence. We can click on the, you can move to the Google Drive, Mr. Muhammad, and click on the name of the standard.
Okay.
You can open the shared file and we can upload our evidence there.
Yes, here we find, for example, for standard 3.1, 3.2, and 3.3. Yeah. Okay, Mrs. Dalia.
We will find here 3 folders mainly for the professional development workshop, pre-agenda workshop, and the e-learning, the platform we are working and use in the our school. So if you open مثلا pre-agenda, can we go back? Yeah, because we can't complete the same. We'll find by year, folders by years. If we open any year, we will find the name of the workshop we already took it, and the attendance and the material for each one, and the schedule, of course, of the pre-agenda. There are here a lot of surveys. According to this, we can open, as example, any survey for the workshops. And also, if we open مثلا e-learning before previous before pre-agenda LMS, we will find here each year the electronic department. Yeah. So this year we use a Classera. We will find every workshop we talk in Classera, the attendance, the surveys. Now we are working on the data analysis for this data.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Ms. Dalia. Okay, Dr. Muhammad Rasool. So just we talk about what about our practice and our activities during this period with agenda and with time plan. And this timeline, it will be 14 February, inshallah. Okay?
Great. Okay. Great. As I said, Mr. Muhammad, I mean, the process, I can tell that you've been through this so many times. You got the evidence, you got the record back, you know, you've got data, enough data to prove and to show evidence. Unlike our case, for example, in our school, this is the 3rd year. So, and this is the 1st year that, you know, let me say, international standards have been applied for real. This gives me, or this puts the school in a bit of not competitive side with your schools, with the data that you got, because we don't have data from before. All our evidences are started during term 1. Last year, we don't have any data except the grades. The procedure that you are following, we are following now step by step. We have been through the process for only 4 weeks now. We created the teams and we started the diagnostic assessment of evidence and the work that we got. So we will definitely make use of the shared drive that you have set. It's beautiful. We will try as much as possible to provide evidence to Cognia committee about the things that we have. As I said, everything is new here. So the process has been started since the beginning of this year.
Okay, thanks, Dr. Muhammad. So I would like to talk about what you did in your schools in Middle East, Mr. Mohsen. Mr. Mohsen?
We started to make a kind of discussion about the evidence, but according for what you said, that we are going to upload on Drive maybe from the coming week. So if you want to share a screen or...
Okay, did you have something to share with us?
No, the evidence only. We start on the evidence. We make many meetings to first to recognize our evidence. Okay, and we put them according as you said, but we didn't start on the Drive.
Okay, you can share what you want. So
I don't know if I have the ability or not.
Yeah, you have ability, you have permission.
Okay, just it's here. Sure, Mr. Muhammad, because I.
Sure, you have permission to share with us what you want.
Okay, so I don't know if is here the other one. So this, I think I don't have this option, Mr. Muhammad.
Mr. Muhammad, I have a question here. Why don't you share with us, Mr. Muhammad, the first, the I3 rubric form that you have set, and we can start talking about the standards one by one, so we could cover material. It's already 38 minutes past time. So I don't know if you could start that, we could start discussions and to show how the evidence should be there and what kind of evidence are we providing to the committee. Because according to what I just heard, I've got some comments about the procedures and about the ratings. I would like to start that and we can discuss, let's say, how things would proceed later on.